everybody, welcome back to my channel, Just Adri. My name is Adriana. I am so glad you could join me today. Alright y'all, so I got another tier list for y'all today. This time I'm doing it on the Empress Ki, yes indeed. That good 2013 drama that's 51 episodes, so if you intend to watch it, you're gonna be there for a moment. If you do want to watch this and you haven't seen it, it's on Cocoa. You can watch it for, if you got the paid version of Viki, it's also on there. It's probably on some other apps. Like, it used to be on Netflix, but then he took it off. Yeah, so Empress Ki, it's actually one of the first K-dramas I ever watched. I watched it maybe 5 years ago at this point. Not my favorite, but it's not trash. Like, honestly, it's a good story, but sometimes the story did kind of drag and it got a little bit redundant, but you know, Empress Ki still has a good place in my heart because, like I said, one of the first K-dramas I ever watched, and I was like, yeah, I'm here for it, let's continue. So the 5 categories in this video are: that's my dude, my girl, that's for the characters who are my favorites; I'm smiling are for the characters who, they're not my favorites but I still like them a lot; meh, the standard category for the characters I don't dislike, I don't like, they're just there, they're meh, you know, buns are for the characters who I really don't like, and hated them are for the characters that I honestly cannot stand and I wish would disappear. A lot of my opinions on these characters probably won't be controversial, but I know there are about 4 or 5 opinions that might be controversial in regards to how a large part of the fandom feels about the characters, but we'll get into it. I know one for sure will be controversial, but but actually 2 will probably be controversial, but you know, we'll get into it when we get into it. So let's start off, and let's not be controversial at all. Let's put this lady so hated him. Okay, so this is Tanasuri's court lady, and she's just very anti, helps Tanasuri carry out her shenanigans, and oh my gosh, and she also is the one who snitched on the prince. I forgot the prince's name, but the little prince being Wang Yu and Young's baby, and that ultimately got that boy killed. So no, she can go. Lord Jang, he was going to Met, and it's honestly because I honestly cannot remember much about Lord Jang's character. Like, I know he was kind of like a mentor to Taiwan, but like, as far as what he did in the story, I honestly, for the life of me, cannot remember. So sorry, Lord John, but you gonna have to go in meh. Joo Sung-Woo, he's one of Wang Yu's homeboys. He's a comedic character. He's down for the cause. He had a unfortunate end when he's killed. He got caught in the crosshairs, and it's like, no, like, I ain't even did nothing to you. But anyways, Aki, that's my dude. Lady Park. Consort Park, rather. Consort Park was dope. Like, she was really kind to Young. She actually helped Young originally escape the palace because Young was pregnant too, and since Young was a maid, you know, she couldn't be pregnant. It was not allowed. So she helped her escape the palace so she could deliver the baby and reunite with Wang Yu. Fortunately, that didn't end up working out well. Consort Park and Lady No ended up getting killed, which was sad. So, but I still like Lady Park. She was so dope. Buns. Munhwa. Munhwa was a maid. She was from Goryeo, which is now Korea, but back then it was called Goryeo or Koryo. Depends on how you pronounce it. I'm going to pronounce it Goryeo because it's easier for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, so Munhwa was a maid, and she was like one of them girls like, yeah, I'm also a cashier and I'm also a maid, but like, I'm better than the rest of you guys. And it's like, sis, no, you're in the same predicament as the rest of us. Why are you acting like you better? She was one of them type of chicks. She was kind of like a bully, like the HBIC of the maids. And Young was like, no girl, you regular just like the rest of us. And since then, Munhwa was so anti-Young, so she ended up becoming Tanasuri's maid or court lady. Did she get elevated court lady? I don't remember. But she ended up working under Tanasuri and helping Tanasuri carry out her shenanigans against Young. Now, Munhwa ended up starting to turn a leaf towards the end. Like, she fell in love with Byung-soo and they were going to get married, but then, Yeonghwa was killed. She ended up dying. So I shouldn't laugh at that. I should not laugh at that. But I didn't like Yeonghwa. Like, girl, yeah, you started turning leaf, but you turned that sucker a little too late. And, that's what you get. Won-ko. Hated Won-ko. Like, so against Won-Yu because he wanted the throne and he just didn't want to give up power. He was very submissive to the Yuan. Granted, he did take Young in when she was little, but, he's also part of the reason why Young's mother was killed. Like, he was sending tributes to the Yuan dynasty, so the women would become slaves or sex slaves. So, yeah, just regular slaves or sex slaves. So, yeah, big trash. Like, no. Tallahaye. Hated him, too. Like, of the two brothers, honestly, I found Tallahaye kind of boring. Like, he basically was just a glorified henchman, honestly. All right, let me add another character to I'm Smiling. Gotta balance out the dark with the light. Commander Ki. He had such a sad ending, bro. Like, he starts off as the commander for Koryo. He ends up getting captured by El Tomor and his homies. And they render him mute, blind, and deaf. And like, oh God, it's just so sad. Like, he had just gotten reunited with Young. And then everything goes to hell. Like, so quick. Commander Ki, I really liked him. Let's add somebody else. That's my dude. That's my girl. This is my girl, Bataru. Now, she's strong. She's a good fighter. She was actually started off as a rival for Won-Yu, but she ended up, becoming a good, close confidant of Won-Yu. She actually fell in love with him. And I low-key, after Young and Taiwan got married, I was actually hoping that they would end up together. I did, because I was like, you know what? I like her. She's cool. Won-Yu deserves to be happy. They should get together. But unfortunately, it didn't end up that way. She ended up losing her life. Dokman. I'm smiling for Dokman. Like, he's the eunuch that's over the maids. And he's just trying to keep the palace running seamlessly. He's just trying to do his job, honey. He is strict, but he's also kind. Like, when Young got pregnant, he didn't snitch. He could have snitched, but he didn't do it. And he actually helped her to escape the palace. So I got nothing but good things to say about Dokman. He's cool. Munhwa. I like Munhwa a lot. Like, his life was a roller coaster, bro. He starts off as a soldier. Then, like, he gets captured later on in the story by Byung-Soo. I think Byung-Soo captured him. And they make him a eunuch. And then when Young becomes the Empress, he becomes like a trusted advisor. So his life was a roller coaster, child. But I like him. Like, he's always looking out for Won-Yu. Young, same as with the rest of the people in Won-Yu's crew. I really hated him. Young-Soo, aka Plague Soo, as they nicknamed him. It was another nickname he had. I can't remember though. But yeah, so he's trash. He's very jealous. Very, very, very jealous and very insecure of Young and Commander Ki, Munhwa, basically anybody that was put on a pedestal. He didn't like because he was insecure and jealous. And he was also very vindictive. And he was like, Won-Yu and the rest of you losers are the reason why Goryeo fell. But like, you ain't got no smoke for the Yuan. Like, you ain't got no smoke for the Yuan, even though they did it. Even though they were the ones that was accepting tributes and demanding tributes and doing murders and all that stuff. You ain't got no smoke for them. Okay. He started a little bit to show a different side when he fell in love with Yeonghwa and they were gonna get married. But it wasn't good enough, child. And he ultimately ended up getting stoned by the people. And I was like, yay! Not me, yaying and a stoning, child. But yeah, I didn't like Byung-Soo. Not a fan at all. You know who I was a fan of? Hongdong. Hongdong was a good homegirl. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I can't remember much about her from the series, but I do remember that I liked her a lot. Hated him to Tankisi. Like, he was just really violent and really insecure. And he was also kind of had this weird obsession, like this I hate you, but I also want to like be with you, but not like love in a love way, in a lust way, in like an obsessive way with Young. Like, it was really creepy. Like, he was one of them type of people who's like, if I can't have you, nobody else can have you, so I will kill you if you don't want to be with me. He's that type. And it's like gross. Like, get a grip. And also, he is the one who directly killed Young's mother. He shot her with an arrow. So, yeah, you're going and hated him. Even though you're cute, you are cute. But you know what? I don't like you, so you're going to hate him. Here I am, ranting. Let's add somebody else to this, my dude. Choi Moo-sung. Yeah, so he's Wong Yu's bodyguard and his sparring partner, training partner with martial arts. And like the rest of the crew, he's just really loyal. He also has his comedic moments. And he's just really down for the cause, looking out for Young, looking out for Wong Yu, and you know that he just part of homies. We like Choi Moo-sung, both of them. We like both the real and the fake ones. We like them both. Well, I'm just gonna keep it going for a while until I get closer to the controversial opinions. Just go back and forth from hated him to that's my dude. Hated El Timor. Oh, El Timor was so anti, bro. He's just an older man, desperate to cling to his power, just power hungry. He would do anything to keep his position as the regent. He schemed to have Taiwan killed out the gate. He was gonna have him killed in exile. He's very antagonistic toward Goryeo, antagonistic towards Taiwan, antagonistic towards Sun Young. I mean, dang, he was kind of antagonistic towards his daughter by making her do stuff, like making her get married. Like, that ain't no good daddy stuff. Like, what's wrong with you? But he did have like some funny moments, like when they were in the yurt and he faked his death. Instead, he was just faking his death for a minute. That low-key was funny. Overall, I just don't like El Timor. Now, he was a good villain. He really was a good villain. Balance out dark with light again with Shin-woo. My favorite eunuch in the series, and probably out of everybody, the biggest Young and Wong Yu shipper. Even after Young got married, it's like he was on the low, like, girl, you sure you happy? Like, you don't want no divorce? Like, Wong Yu, I mean, he's single, girl. I mean, he ain't, but he low-key is, and he could just get a divorce too. Like, girl, like, get back together. Y'all know y'all got a baby. Like, come on, get together for a baby. Like, I like Shin-woo. These last opinions might be controversial. Actually, this one won't be controversial. Tao Tao, I'm smiling. Tao Tao, he's so cute. He really is. Tao Tao is just smart, blunt. He's not emotional compared to other people. I mean, he has feelings, but he kind of leads with logic more than his feelings. Sometimes he'll let his feelings lead him, but like he mostly leads with logic. He's the more level-headed of the Baek-on Tao Tao duo. In my opinion, he's less of a flip-flopper compared to his uncle, but he do still have his flip-flopping moments. But at the end, he becomes very loyal to Young, and you know, they strike up like a camaraderie. It's sad that he was killed off screen. That was kind of messed up. But overall, Tao Tao, I like him. Baek-on, meh. And the thing is with Baek-on, it's not like he's a meh in the sense of I didn't really care about him. He's a meh in the fact that I can't say that I liked him, but I also can't say that I disliked him. Baek-on was one of them people who operated in self. Like, he's more bad than good, but I feel like he's more of a neutral character. Like, whatever serves Baek-on and his clan the best, that's the way he's going to move. So sometimes he was for Taiwan, sometimes he was against them. Sometimes he was for Young, sometimes he was against her. Sometimes he was for El Timor, sometimes he was against them. Whatever benefited his clan and himself the most, that's the role he was going to take. So he flip-flopped a lot in this show. That's why I can't say that I like him, because at times I really didn't. But I can't say I dislike him, because at times I really did. Let's get a little controversial. Starting with Colton. I'm smiling. We'll see why in a minute. You know, he starts off as very loyal, comedic relief, down for Taiwan. It's like, you know what? We should be Like, even though there's a difference in power dynamics, we still friends, okay? So Taiwan would basically trust him with his secrets, and for most of the show, seemed like Gota was very loyal. But then it's revealed that he'd secretly been poisoning Taiwan for years, and he really hated that guy. He was like, you know what? I faked it for the funk because you is a trash emperor, and you ain't never gonna be ish. So, you know what? You could just die. Taiwan ended up killing him, but Gota read him for Philip before he got killed. And you know what? Let's continue. All right, Empress Dowager. I'm smiling. Like, she kind of operated similarly to Bacon, like whatever served her the best, that's what she was going to do. I like her, and I also like her because she gave Tanasuri the work. She gave Tanasuri that work, and Tanasuri and her, they had such a beef, and it was very entertaining. I like the Empress Dowager, even though she was very manipulative and scheming and all that stuff. I still like her character. She was a good villain. First Empress herself, Empress Tanasuri, girl, I like you. Granted, I shouldn't, because she did have an innocent child killed by way of killing Lady Park. But, you know, we all have our moments. I'm kidding. I like Tanasuri. Like, she's a really good villain. She really is. Like, she's very manipulative and just cold sometimes, which, unlike her father, I find Tanasuri a bit more sympathetic because her father was just power hungry. With his power hungriness, I think Tanasuri kind of got roped in along. She kind of got set up by being forced to marry Taiwan, even though they didn't really love each other. Now, Tanasuri, I think she ended up falling for him. Taiwan never did see it, which I understand both of them, because Taiwan's like, I didn't want to get married to you. I like somebody else. I don't want to be with you, which I understand. And I also understand Tanasuri is like, yeah, this is not ideal, and we both were forced into this, but can you at least make the best of the situation? Like, I'm trying. Can you try? Which I get. But also, Tanasuri was very, like, mean. Even before that, she was mean. Like, she was just bullying people, and she was just very anti and just ridiculous. So, I get it. Tanasuri is trash, but I like her. All right, so we got the three main characters: Sung Young, Taiwan, and Wang Yu. Probably start with the least controversial opinion of these three. Wang Yu, that's my tool. He's my favorite character, Empress Ki. I wanted him and Young to be together. Fortunately, that did not end up that way, but, you know, it was good while it lasted. At least they had a baby, and he was forever be Young's first baby daddy, which made somebody super jealous, but we'll get there. He's basically trying to restore the glory of Goryeo and try to get them from under the influence of Yuan so his people can be more free. Which, you know, is very admirable. So he spends most of the show trying to do that. His efforts ultimately, well, within his lifetime, were ultimately in vain. Eventually, the Yuan did fall in, like, the show and in real life, because this is based, I guess, I don't know how loosely based on real events it is, because I don't know Korean history like that, but, like, it's based on real events. So Yuan dynasty ended up falling for real. So his goal ultimately was achieved. I mean, because look at Korea now, they popping. But like, in his lifetime, he didn't achieve his goal, which was sad. And it's also sad how he went out, because he was killed by somebody that was so insecure. But, you know, like I said, we'll get there. But yeah, Wang Yu, I liked him a lot. All right, Sung Young. Now, before I place her, let me just say, when we first started out, I liked Young a lot. Then when she first became a maid at the palace, I was like, okay, girl, I'm still here for it. Like, most of her time at the palace, when she was a maid, I was here for it. But then, it's kind of like, you know, oh yeah, if y'all don't know, like, I think she got sent to the palace against her will, but I think that's how it went. Or I think it was a little bit of both. Like, she was sent there, but she also wanted to be there because she wanted to kill Taiwan and exact her revenge on the people that caused Goryeo to fall and that killed her mom. So, and her dad. So, yeah, so she wanted to go to the palace on a revenge tour, but girl, that was the trashiest revenge tour I ever met. Like, how you gonna marry one of the people you wanted to kill? Like, girl, and I ain't convinced that she ever really fell in love with him. I'm not saying she didn't, because it is possible, but but like, once she became a consort, I feel like Young kind of let the power get to her, and she started acting in ways that was very dislikable. So yeah, I'm gonna put Young in a meh. Same thing with Bacon, that she had so many good qualities and so many flaws, and honestly, that makes her human, like a real person. Like, she's probably the most well-written character in this show because she is complex. Like, Young ain't all good, but Young ain't all bad. Like, she has her lot of strong points and she has flaws, and I appreciate that. All right, last but not least, Taiwan. I guess you can kind of tell the way I've been talking about other characters in relation to him and where I put characters, where he's going. Y'all know he ain't going no higher than this. Like, no higher than this. He ain't going here for sure. He's not going here. Definitely, he ain't even going here. He going right here. I hated Taiwan so much. So much. Like, he started off annoying because he was so cowardly and whiny, throwing tantrums. Like, you a grown man. You the crown prince and now the emperor. Why are you throwing tantrums like this? Boy, get a grip. In of itself, that wasn't likable. But he's so afraid of El Timur. And he low-key afraid of Tanasuri. The only reason why he more buck against Tanasuri is because he ranks higher than her. So he has power over her. But if she ranked over him, oh no, boy. But like, he was so lazy for a lot of the show. He was just coasting. No, he did have points where he started, trying to take his emperor duties a little seriously. And a lot of points in the story, I was like, oh, Taiwan's gonna turn elite. He gonna become stronger. He gonna become less cowardly. And it's like, it didn't really take. Like, he would be that way for a little bit, and then he would go right back to his default personality of punk, of a big old punk. He was so jealous of Wang Yu, and he hated the fact that he was Young's first baby daddy. He hated that. So he had Wang Yu killed. Very insecure. He was a bad father because back when he thought that Wang Yu and Young's baby was his and Tanasuri's baby, just because he didn't like Tanasuri, he treated the little boy badly. All because he didn't like the mama. And it's messed up because it's like, the boy didn't do nothing. That's still your kid. Why are you treating him bad? Because you hate his mama. Like, no. And I also didn't like Taiwan because he was so obsessive over Young for so much of the story. I think he loved Young, but unlike Wang Yu was like, I love Young, but if I have to let her go, I will. As long as she's happy, I'm all good. He loved her in that kind of way. This guy was like, no, I won't let you go. I will chain you to my bed to keep you by me. I refuse to let you go. And it was very obsessive, and that's so unattractive. So I know a lot of girls go up for Taiwan, and I honestly think it's because he's getting played by Ji Chang-wook. And I'm not saying that Joo Jin-mo is not attractive. Like, he is handsome, but Ji Chang-wook kind of has like more of an idol look, and he's younger, so you know how that go. But I feel like if Ji Chang-wook played Wang Yu and Joo Jin-mo played Taiwan, a lot of girls' feelings would be different. And I think because Ji Chang-wook is playing Taiwan, that's why a lot of girls like give him way too much praise. Taiwan is trash. That's why I put Colton on Smiling, because he ended up killing Taiwan on the low. So Like, good job, good job. But anyway, so yeah, that is my feelings on the Empress Ki characters. I know some of y'all will vehemently disagree, especially with regards to Taiwan and where I put Young and probably where I put Wang Yu. Probably some of y'all will put him lower. But anyway, that's my opinion. And yeah, like I always say, opinions are relative. We all have them. They're all valid most of the time. Anyway, but yeah, so if you like this video, feel free to hit the like button. Also, if you want to see me do more tier lists, I just did one on Michiko and Hachin yesterday. And next month I'll probably do another one, probably either on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, one of the parts, or Joy of Life. I don't know yet. But anyways, if you want to see me do more tier lists, hit the subscribe button. I'll be around on this channel. You know where to find me. Again, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.